In fact, I think this combined session did wonders because we could hear different points of view from the technical side. I was listening carefully what AICT had to talk about. A lot of stalwarts from private universities have voiced. I was thinking about Thomas Jefferson, who said that I like the flavor of the future than the history of the past. What's there in India in the future? We are talking about India being superpower 2020, where universities are playing a great role. I'm a hardcore optimist. I'm really looking at what universities are doing, whether they are government or private. The value-based quality education is the order of the day. For India to reach and become a superpower, there is no other way. It is going to be the vehicle of transformation. So instead of closing down, I would talk about and recommend reform in the system, in the academic delivery system. We have been talking about, I think Dr. Agarwal spoke about the flexible credit system. Yes, it's extremely important. Today in the MBA curriculum, along with the finance and HR, it is important to understand diversity, disaster management, climatic changes. If you look at the flexible credit system, it is important to include issues related to corruption. So the kind of curriculum is going to be the most important in the years to come. And when we talk about values, we have to eradicate any kind of problems that we face in order to have better education for our graduates. And of course, industry integration is going to be the crux. When we talk about industry integration, I'm talking about measurable steps. What are the things, not just in the policy document, but what are the different initiatives the institution can take up? For example, if we look at universities, including ours at Amity University, we are looking at centers of excellence. These are practice, research, and outreach centers where we have collaborations from the universities and we have taken up initiatives. Say, for example, in the healthcare industry, we have set out with a mission for eradicating, with the partnership with government, with the hospitals, for preventable blindness, which is a story today in India. We know the kind of grave situation in the healthcare sector. So if you look at, the mission has been taken by one of the Center of Excellence to help government in this area. So these kind of missions will not only equip the university and contribute toward nation building, but will help students to be more futuristic. Innovation is the order of the day. So you have to teach innovation in students. They have to take up projects with industry. And of course, when I looked at what was shown very beautifully through that Industry Connect video, but I still feel experiential learning is extremely important. There are beautiful resources today. For example, MOOC, which is that massive online open courses which are available. If you look at the best universities, it's like an assembly line. You have bulk, standard teaching, best practices which students can enroll. You can reach out to the rural areas. If we are, for example, we are at Haryana, we are, many universities, about 6, 7, 8 private universities. Shouldn't we form a league and bring a change towards the overall development of the community? So I feel technology transfer is another very important issue that universities today should look at, and where there is a lot of collaboration. There's a huge requirement of collaboration between government, between research institutions and industry. You cannot do it alone. Any change, you have to bring people together. So that's something which is really on our minds, and we need to look into these particular aspects as we look at. And when we talk about, international relations, well, universities, not only now, but age-old, if you look at, the export of, I would say, education through the form of, different joint programs, but it is also happening beautifully through, the Fulbright scholarship which took place in US in 1946. And there are now many such institutions where beautiful relationship can be built across the boundaries, where students get an opportunity to go and study in other universities and bring in a lot of cultural exchanges, which maybe help even universities having a role in diplomacy, which is very, very critical today. So let's look at these positive areas and look forward to bring a change. So instead of an ABC, I often like to say, let's have a CBA approach. Let's clear the way. If there are problems, let's clear the way out. Let us look at towards the area belief. So clear, believe, and action. So that is one kind of a strategy that we can all take together and collaborate and make a difference. And at the end, I would also like to talk about the huge potential, the talent. We are talking about building. These are not just bricks and walls. We are talking about human beings. So there's a lot of behavior issues which are there. When we talk about students, let's understand the teaching learning system, the mentoring system, which is extremely important. So you need not just few best teachers, you need all good teachers. So talent should be one of the most important areas. So a lot of emphasis on training would be another very important area, both for teachers as well as students. So if government has to give funds, they should look at giving funds towards the development of faculty as well as students at the university. Universities are also providing scholarships, moving towards the best talented students who could get up to even 100% scholarships. Like, all these things are going to make a change, and let's look at these concrete steps and move towards future. Thank you very much.